Oh, hello.
Hi. What's up, guys?
Shit, my bad. Hello. Hello.
Hi, CJ.
Welcome to the ultimate Souls and more tier list. I'm Saija. I am here off my busy schedule, as you know, recording and having a lot of women around me all the time. But I'm here with the most beautiful woman I know, my beautiful assistant, Mitch, who is also our tier list come to life. Well, look at that.
Ah.
So as you can see, we have, hold it up again, Mitch. We have S, A, B, C, D, F. They get worse as they go down, duh. But we are going to be going through a lot of topics here. Here's the thing. Right now, it's just games in there, right? MC?
I don't know. Have fun.
Okay, there's games and Souls-related things in the pot. However, you can add things to the pot to have them be debated on by our contestants. And I'm not saying you can add Souls things. I'm saying you can add anything. If you want us to debate the ranking of Aggie's hair, you can do that.
Yes.
Or the ranking of Winter. That's allowed as well.
F.
Yeah.
F.
Don't worry about that.
So that costs $10. Nice and cheap. Also, for $50, you can pick anyone in this house to debate next. And you know what? This isn't on there. I'm going to say they have to debate for whatever rank you pick. No matter what.
That's so good.
If you want them to debate that that something is S tier, they have to do it, even if they hate it. And for $100, hey, you can just pick where you want something to go. If Elden Ring's an S tier and you fucking hate it, $100. It's an F now. There you go. So let's get started. We're behind here on schedule. Thank you to my other assistant, Katie. I have a lot of assistants. I'm very, very important. I'm gonna pull out the first item. Thank you. Aggie was peeking. I saw that.
Yeah, I got it.
Oopsie.
All right. So the way this is gonna work, I'm gonna read out the topic. Raise your hand if you want to debate for anything. I'll pick someone, and then when you, I'm gonna have you tell me what you're debating for, what letter, and then we'll have someone come up to debate something else. I have final say, except for the $100 donators, on where it goes. But here we go. We have Dark Souls 3.
Ooh.
Anyone got any juicy opinions on Dark Souls 3? They save it for the fucking debate, bro.
You gotta be picked.
Any volunteers?
Where's Josh when you need him? I can't think of a better.
All right, I'm picking Swed then. He thinks it's a great game. Get your ass up here.
All right.
Can we also just point out that there is a 2x donation match happening right
That's
now,
great.
which means if you have only $1 to spare, you actually have $2. So get those donations in.
All right, V-Swed.
Hello. Thanks
What?
for having me.
Of course.
Yeah.
What will you be ranking Dark Souls 3 here?
I mean, honestly, I feel like Dark Souls 3 is a game that everyone.
No, just a letter.
I'm gonna go S.
Okay. Okay, S. Wow. You'll have your debate soon. Now I just need a letter. Does anyone disagree? Pooh. Okay.
I do actually disagree.
Pooh, get up here.
Sure.
Come right here. What letter do you want to give Dark Souls 3?
Dark Souls 3 was at one point but now it is a B tier for this particular segment.
Okay, S and B. All right, Pooh, if you can sit down, we're going to let V-Swed go first here. V-Swed, the floor is yours. You have 60 seconds to make your points, starting now.
Well, let's see. It came after Dark Souls 2, so like, how could it get any worse than Dark Souls 2? So it's automatically got to be an S because of that. It's got a great lineup of bosses. Every other Souls game, there's some weak bosses in every Souls game. Dark Souls 3 has, I would have to say, a perfect lineup of bosses. There's not a single boss, I think, in the entire game that is bad. Actually, not even Half-Light. Like, I would have to put Half-Light up at S too.
Oh my god, get me up there.
There's just a nice variety of weapons, a lot of fun weapon arts. The introduction to frost damage was in Dark Souls 3. Just an overall great game, and I really don't see how anyone especially someone I don't have. Has my debater even played Dark Souls 3?
I played Dark Souls 3
times. 3 times in total. Okay. I mean, that's more than I expected. So I guess I'll have to see what makes it a B tier game for my competitor over here.
Hey.
Yeah.
That was like perfectly on the 60-second mark. That was great. Thank you, V-Swed.
Twice there.
You can sit
You
down.
can go sit.
So that is an S tier from V-Swed. I did like his arguments. I have no idea what he's talking about, but it sounds like he knew what he was saying. Pooh, you said B tier.
Listen, Dark Souls 3 is an improvement in the Dark Souls formula on the combat. However, I would argue in just about every other way, it's kind of a downgrade. Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, which I found out, a lot less linear than Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3, you're kind of just walking through and doing your thing the whole time. I never once felt lost. Sometimes I just want to feel lost. And while Dark Souls 3 combat was at one point peak, we've since surpassed that with other games. And even a previous game, Bloodborne, in my opinion. But obviously, in Elden Ring, if you want a really great combat at this point, you could just go to Elden Ring, which, in my opinion, vastly superior to Dark Souls 3, and actually features the ability to jump. Which Dark Souls 3 actually would really benefit from the ability to jump, in my opinion. Yes. I mean, you can, but it's just like a weak-ass jump. Jumping is cool. Mario I'm just playing around. It's a B tier. It's a great fucking game, though. Great fucking game.
Okay. These are 2 good arguments here. Although, a little bit of bias. I love linear games, and Pooh saying that Dark Souls 3 is too linear doesn't really help. However, not being able to jump, I also like Mario. Amongst other games where you can jump, like Battletoads.
Yes. True. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead, and I think Pooh is right though that the game is pretty monochrome, right? He didn't say that.
They're all
It is,
listen,
it is.
every one of these games.
No. It's great. It
But
is
games
great.
like Elden Ring, they do improve. So I don't think I could responsibly put it in S. I'm gonna put it in A. I don't know how the fuck to stick it
A's
on.
good.
We have tape. I have
Where's the tape?
We have
Oh,
2 tape
perfect.
options.
Okay.
Saija,
This is Mitch's job.
I got some donations to read for you.
Make sure not to read what they suggest.
I don't. Oh, we go in the pot.
Line, put it in.
Oh, can I have one special exception for one particularly good one? We have $10 from Beachy asking us to rank Lenny's one-handed cartwheel.
Okay, that could go in the pot. Let's, who's on writing duty? We didn't really figure that out.
Chris.
I need a 3rd assistant. Oh, my 3rd assistant, Chris, and my 4th assistant, Parky. And my 5th assistant,
In addition to that, we got
do I
$83 from also Aztec. We got $60 from Ascarpi. Thank you, everyone, for putting on a great event and being awesome. We got 50 from Light Weapon X. We got 50 from Lady Amanda. And we got 10 from Yo Ringle. And Chris, if you can pronounce that name, we got an additional 25.
Hippo potato mousse.
Hippo potato mousse.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're expecting the other 25.
Okay, let's pull out our next topic. Yep. What could it be? I'm gonna pick that one. No peeking. Thank you, Katie, my 2nd assistant. All right. Oh, this one's close to my heart. Sekiro. And you know what? I'm picking Mitch to go up first. So I need a 6th assistant to hold the board now.
Betcha.
Okay, and Mitch, what letter are you gonna pick?
S.
What? No. Okay, and anyone Sekiro haters in the house?
Whoa.
Get up there,
Lenny.
All right, Lenny, you can stay seated for now, but you'll be up next. All right, Mitch, take it away. 60 seconds or less.
All right, first of all, of course, S for Sekiro starts with the letter. Perfect reason to put it up there. It has peak combat, absolutely peak combat. The system of deflecting, you might say, oh, I don't like parrying. It's not parrying, it's deflecting, happens right as you press it. feels so good. That sound is incredible, but that's not all. There are special counters for special moves that the enemies have. There's the Mikiri counter. There's the jumping on their head. There's the grabs that you have to dodge. The danger symbol, that very visceral sound that it gives, letting you know to get around them. Absolutely peak. It is a little bit linear. It does have some branching paths that you can go, but it does all converge at the end. But it's so cinematic, start to finish. The Divine Dragon, cinematic. Even if, you know, it's not the best fight, it's so cinematic, but it does also have the best fights. Father Owl, Sword Saint Ishin, Genichiro Ashina, all incredible, amazing fights, amazing combat, amazing game, S tier for Sekiro.
Mic drop.
You can't argue that it starts with Sekiro.
But
I mean, S.
I think I can do that.
You cannot argue that it starts with S.
That's a valid. That's a valid.
It definitely starts with S. I'm excited to hear what Lenny has to say. Maybe he will convince me that I actually hate this game that I love. Lenny, get up here. Now, I want to know first, what letter are you giving the game?
Maybe S again for shitty no variety in the build. Now hear me out.
God, I love
now
that.
hear me out. I do believe Sekiro having one weapon is absolutely what it has to be. Because the only reason that game is so laser tight is because it's all around the one weapon. However, you chaps here will replay that because it's a fucking fantastic game. I have to say, for the majority of players, I say it has two playthroughs. One time you beat it one time, second time you go through and like muscle memory blast everything, and you never come back again. You just don't have real. I know you lads, you can like, do all the crazy shit. The boss gauntlet, big improvement. I'll give you that one. But I'm thinking about the majority experience. I can't say out of most people, maybe people watching hasn't been out of your library for 5 years. Now in Elden Ring, Dark Souls, you can go back. Oh, I fancy a little cheeky Dex Faith build. Why not? But here, I mean, like, you'll probably get to like Genichiro, like, oh yeah, it's all muscle memory. It's like you never left. Cool, but also, what's the fucking point?
All right. That was a good argument, Lenny. You had me there for a second. I was starting to get on your side. However, when I look at a ranking, he was spitting. He was spitting that
I fucking love Sekiro.
if you are a streamer, it maybe not the best because you can't really replay it that much. However, we're not all streamers. Some of us are musicians. Some of us are really. Hey, can you get back on your job, please? Hold that board. Sixth assistant Lobo, you are relieved. Anyways, I know where I'm putting Sekiro, and it's not S. And what letter did you say? Did you ever give a letter?
S for shitty no build for anyone.
And it's also not that S.
I put it there.
I want Sekiro right here. That's right. This is the Sekiro tier.
Yes.
Because nothing could possibly touch it.
Let's get a $100 donation, guys.
Let's get it up there. Let's figure it out somehow. We'll figure it out somehow.
Yeah.
Saja, I got a lot of donations coming
Okay.
in. $10
Great
from Roos Puna, $10 from Datalust, $25 from Anonymous and Kaizen, and Hippopotamus. They got the spelling for us
Have
there.
there been any forcing the next debate or anything
No,
like that?
no one has forced any master debating of any sort, but for $100,
Fuck, I forgot to make
guys,
that joke. I forgot
you
to
can
make
bring
that joke.
whoever you want in.
Okay.
And, yeah,
Well, that's good.
we've added all of your suggestions into the pot, so you can
Well,
expect them.
Let's see if we pull one. We got to keep moving this along. Thank you very much.
They gave it anyway.
The advertisers
They gave
on
it
this
anyway.
channel don't
Bless.
pay for nothing. Thank you, Katie, my second assistant. All right. Oh, okay. We got a juicy one here. I've heard a lot of debate.
Ooh.
Well, I haven't heard anyone say they don't like it, but there's been a lot of debate.
I hate the law.
What, can you read it? Oh, fuck. You can read that so easily. It's literally like this now. Bloodborne.
What?
Okay, Parky,
Those donations in.
get up here.
So you just want the letter?
Give me the letter, yeah. Okay, stay here because you're going first. Who has a different opinion than that? Maybe Jess?
Somebody get.
All right, we're gonna say it's Jess. We'll wait for Jess to get here so she can hear and rebut. Is that the word? Rebut?
Rebut.
Is it just rebut, really?
Rebut. Yeah. Rebuttal.
I think you can use either.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
I hate words like that. Or you can use either.
Rebuke-cuttle.
That
Well, no,
pisses
but
me
I think
off.
it's two different words, but they mean the same thing.
Similar things.
Similar things.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be juicy. This is going to be juicy. And listen, they better get just fast. We don't have all day. I'm going to be honest. What I'm getting paid to be here is more than what you guys have raised. What? So, and that's coming out of Aggie's pocket.
Well, we also have the 2 songs too. The extra.
Oh, those songs were a lot. Yeah, those songs were a lot. So, you guys might want to keep getting those donations in, or else it's going to look kind of. The articles will look bad for me. Is Jess gone? So no one likes Bloodborne. Okay. You can stay there for now. Parky, you'll have 1 minute to make your point. C tier.
Okay, so at the start, Bloodborne seemed good when I played it first.
The mic's off.
Mike's off.
Okay, so if you're playing this game as a casual player and never look at it again, okay, I don't know. Maybe that's a different opinion. However, I played this game. I have done so many challenge runs, one being a non-leveling run. And when you do a non-leveling run, you really, really understand how bad a lot of mechanics in that game are. The vibes are great, but the vibes are not enough to carry it to S. That game, first of all, it looks bad. We all know that. Second of all, guys, please, this is not even rage bait. There is like 2 good bosses in that game, and the only ones that are good are in the DLC. The base game has like nothing. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Do you want to talk about them all? I don't have time, but I will actually list them all, and we can go through them all one day when I'm sitting in that chair or something. They're all so bad. The hitboxes are bad. Have you ever seen Orphan of Cos twirl the thing? It goes through his body. It hits you when it shouldn't be hitting you. I'm so serious. Maybe on a first playthrough it's all right. Other than that, that shit is so janky. And the bosses are so trash. And as someone who really cares about bosses in Souls games, it brings it down to tier C. Also, it's a PlayStation exclusive, so a lot of people aren't going to play it. Also, I'm pretty sure FromSoft rejected a Blue Point remake, which just makes it worse. So,
So even Miyazaki doesn't like it.
True.
I guess so.
Chat, is this mic working now? It's good? Okay. All right. Parky, you can sit
Get outta
down.
here.
Oh,
Scram.
God. He needs a space. Aggie, what letter are you arguing for?
I'm gonna argue for A.
A tier. Okay. Okay. Well, the floor is yours.
Okay. Well, I mean, first off, I just gotta start with skill issue, Parky. A little bit of a skill issue.
did a BL4 run.
See, the thing with Bloodborne is that it plays a little bit differently than the Dark Souls games. It plays a little bit differently than Elden Ring, sure. But it's such a fast-paced, visceral combat. It's such a back and forth. The rally mechanic is incredible. I don't think you're giving it enough credit in terms of combat. Like, sure, it expects you to get hit a little bit more than the other Souls games, but it's just doing its own thing, and I don't think that's necessarily a point against Bloodborne. Now, in terms of its strength, it's got the best map in a FromSoft game besides Dark Souls 1, probably. And in terms of aesthetic, it is by far the best, and it's not even close. Not even close. Also got the best fashion. I love the trick weapons. Come on. You know the trick weapons are the coolest.
What about having a farm?
Blood vials. Okay, you're telling me it's not hype as fuck when you go.
But you
It's so fast.
Who wants the farm here?
But Parky, this is not your time.
The floor belongs
Shut up.
to Aggie right now.
That's gotta be a doc. Okay.
We got a $250 donation from V Sweat Dad.
Thanks, V.
Uh, wow.
Bloodborne just fucks. I don't know, man.
We got a
Bloodborne just.
$100 donation.
He's spitting, all right?
Oh, $100 Bloodborne to Sekiro tier.
Ooh, it's not even on there.
$100 for it.
Okay.
The people have spoken. People have spoken.
The
Well,
people have spoken.
so I don't have a choice. If you were wondering what I was going to pick, I was going to side with Parky because of the fact that you have to farm for heals. That's lame as fuck. That is so lame.
Yep.
But no, it's in Sekiro tier now, which is kind of confusing. But whatever. Oh, you got something to say?
No, I'm
Oh, you're putting it up.
I got something to say, Saja.
Yeah.
We got a $500 donation from Owl.
From Owl from Sekiro?
I don't know.
He didn't say anything?
There's no words.
Say like, I love you, son.
There's no
Your
words.
Sekiro tier.
Yeah. No words, just an owl with a lot of money.
Well, let me walk around here and get our next topic. Excuse me, sir, with the beautiful legs. All right.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. will be getting a slight dock on your pay, but it's
Come on, guys, get in, sit in.
Get in there, fellas.
holy moly!
Okay, we got. I don't know how this works.
That's okay.
It's that game is cold, I guess, but.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We have our next topic ready. This is a hot one. Everyone has played this game a lot. Everyone loves this game. Some people maybe don't. It is. I didn't want you guys to see it this time. Resident Evil Requiem.
Oh no! Oh no!
No one here has played it.
You're gonna bait spoilers. You're gonna bait
Emote only.
spoilers.
It was paid for.
Emote only. You guys are the only ones debating.
Oh, man.
Let's actually go emote only in Aggie's chat.
Okay.
Who here has a strong opinion?
I like Resident Evil.
I have an argument.
Okay. We need new people. I'm gonna have Katie up first.
Okay.
And we'll see who has a differing opinion.
Sure, yeah.
Thank you for emote only with Aggie's weird ass furry emotes. All right, Katie, what letter are you giving Resident Evil Requiem here?
I'm gonna give Resident Evil Requiem probably a C tier.
Whoa!
Yes.
Okay, who has a differing opinion?
I do.
Banjo? Okay,
Yeah.
Banjo. Hang tight, you're up next.
Okay.
Katie, take it away.
So I have not played Resident Evil Requiem yet.
What?
No, I have not.
Oh, what the hell? are you up here?
Unfortunately, I would have loved to. But the reason why I've given it a C tier is because Resident Evil isn't really quite Resident Evil anymore. We all love it. We love it. It's super fun. It's fan service, and I love fan service. And I love how hot Leon is, right? We all love that. But I think personally that the muscles have gotten too big. He's now Chris Redfield status muscles. What the hell happened there? Why are his muscles double the size of his head? He's like 60-something years old, which is great. But I didn't really need Leon Kennedy at that point. I personally would have just loved to see a Claire Redfield game. I didn't need to see this. Please just remake Code Veronica at this point. And also, I don't know. I just feel like where they've gone in the series is just so. It's just not what the original series was like. Not goofy enough. Too serious. Way too serious. Like Leon just needs coffee or something because he's just way too unhappy. Where's his jokes?
All right, wow, those are strong opinions. And as someone who's never played Resident Evil, I agree with all of them. It has changed a lot. You can move the camera now. And it's in first person. All right, Banjo, what letter are you wanting to give Resident Evil Requiem here?
Is this
The
with
game
respect?
you love and you've played.
Is this with respect to just like
This is just,
Souls
you're
or in general?
No, you're ranking it.
Oh, I'm gonna give it an S tier.
S tier. Strong opinions from a strong man. All right. Let's
Yeah.
see how you can beat out Katie. Go ahead. You have 1 minute.
Okay, well, Resident Evil Requiem is technically like not so much the 9th entry in the series, but it's like the latest entry in a long-standing series. That is to say, at this point in time, as the most modern edition, is going to provide for us a ton of different content. Not only 2 different paths we can take overall with respect to Leon, and a new character we're not going to really talk about for the sake of spoilers, but they are related to Resident Evil Outbreak. And if you enjoy the franchise in general, you're going to find a lot of fun not only with the style of comedy you get with Leon, who, by the way, yes, is a daddy dilf. That is to say, he is super hot, super awesome, and super cool. Right? He's an iconic character. RE4 OG, RE4 Remake, and now with Requiem, he's establishing himself as one of the best of all time. You can't ignore that. Now, on the other side, with the new character, they're going to be introducing, again, not only the balance between the combat, but some of the sneakier, more horror aspects. We love parts of Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8 for that. We like all the different elements of the Resident Evil franchise. It's going to be not only a celebration of what it entails, but also something that all the fans can enjoy in general. And for that reason alone, Resident Evil 9 Requiem deserves to go into S tier.
Wow. He hasn't played the game, and I've never been more convinced of anything.
That was a great one. I tuned out a little bit. I was
do debate
I just talk too much.
Okay, so we had Katie on C.
Yes.
Banjo on S. Nothing in the S tier yet. You may be confused. That is not S tier. This is Sekiro tier. Which obviously has Sekiro and Bloodborne in it.
Yeah.
Wow, Resident Evil Requiem. Listen, Leon is hot. I'll give you both that.
He used to be hot. He's not hot anymore.
Muscles.
He's still hot.
He's way too like manified.
Oh, he's too manified. She wants a twink. She wants a twink in her game.
Yeah, it's because he's for the male gaze.
Yeah. For the male gaze and the gay males.
We're the gays who want them.
Yeah, we're the gays.
You know what? I really like the way Banjo talked about it, and I do own the male gaze as well, and I'm gazing at Leon. So we're going S tier. That was well put from both contestants. But I had to pick one, and I realized that so far I hadn't actually put a single game in a tier that someone said.
Sideshow, we got $100 from Dangerfinch. CBD should advocate for DS2 being S tier. I know we haven't pulled it yet, but if we do, CBD, you're locked on S if it gets pulled.
I'll do that.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Let me see what the topic is. You wouldn't believe it. It's Dark Souls 2.
Oh my God!
That's actually crazy. CBD, get up here.
You're gonna be S.
May I go second?
You can go second. All right, who thinks it's not S tier? Raise your hand.
No, don't do it.
All right, Lobos.
Yeah.
We need fresh meat. Lobos, what tier are you giving it? Oh, emote only off. But if you say something about Resident Evil, I'm coming to your house.
I'm putting Dark Souls 2 in D.
Wow. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
All right.
Doing it.
Quiet.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
He's hot when he's angry.
Show us your shirt.
I own more money than all of you combined.
Dang. Show us your shirt.
Yeah. I'm all jizzed up.
Okay.
All right, Lobos, take it away. 1 minute.
All right, well, I just got to say right off the bat, I don't know where the camera is. DS2 to me is just every time I get that controller in my hands and start rolling around, I just feel so not very good. Very bad, I'll say it. All these bosses, man, there's so many bosses in there, I just get in the fight, and I'm like, oh, this guy, dude, and he's going to smash me with AoEs from everywhere, and the enemies are just so, I don't know, I feel uninspired. Okay, Rune Sentinels I like a lot, actually, even though that's probably one that people don't normally like, because, I don't know, I guess it's the music, all right? Yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this, and you don't even know. This is just like the DS2 camera, man, because this is what you're trying to do. Half the bosses, you're like, okay, that's actually all Souls. Anyways. But adaptability, of course, we can talk about that. I know. But look, you gotta put levels in just to get to the point that the other Dark Souls games are.
And they don't even tell you.
And they don't even tell you. They say agility increases speed of actions, and you're like, okay, what does that mean? Well, anyways, yeah, just the music in some of the fights is forgettable. Okay, it's got a lot of armor. That's good.
Talk about the DLC.
The DLC, yeah,
the
DLC is mostly trash bosses, gank bosses. There's too many enemies in the fights where you're just like focused on the big guy, but there's a bunch of little guys coming after you. And
Okay. Thank you, Lobos. Very passionate. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. What is adaptability?
Adaptability is a stat that levels up this other stat called agility, and if you don't reach a certain requisite, it dictates your iframes when you roll. But they don't tell you that. So every first playthrough of Dark Souls 2 on Twitch, one backseat should always be permitted at the very beginning where someone says, level that stat.
All right.
Which
all
is
right.
dog shit, bro. They should tell you. Mandatory stat.
Well, that was a very passionate performance. However, CBD here, the biggest Dark Souls 2 enjoyer I've ever met in my life. So let's hear what he has to say. I want to be convinced. I want to be convinced.
Enjoyers in the house. Representing us too.
The reason why Dark Souls 2 is an S tier, it's a multifaceted one, all right? It has done so many things that the other Dark Souls games haven't done for some reason. Why is bonfire aesthetics not in Elden Ring? Why don't you have different boss fights, depending on the NG that you're in? Because when you have different boss fights, it makes it, the replayability is actually there, all right? Different items are located across the lands between, my bad, across the game, right? Thank you. Which Dark Souls 3 was ever so kindly to replace, all right? And also, it's actually very consistent. You don't need adaptability, right? They were actually cooking with that. You don't need you can just get good. Did you know that the game has multiple times, by the way, been beaten no hit without rolling? Easily, okay? All that stuff about, Shrine of Amana, all these bosses, just get good, all right? You can go through there without rolling. You don't need the bow, you don't need the rapier, you just need to get good, all right? The boss fights are actually very entertaining and very dynamic. Thank you for the 15-second warning. The fact that you can just drop Dragon Rider off the cliff, peak, all right? And,
Zip lines.
And there's zip lines. Thank you so much for the shout out from Chris.
Got zip lines. And Majula.
All right. Thank
And Majula's music is goated.
Okay. Well, zip lines do sound pretty fun. However, as someone who has played a lot of Dark Souls 2, I mean a lot.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, you know.
Beaten bosses, I've run off cliffs, I've taken elevators, and
Dressed a doll?
I dressed a doll. Well, Aggie did that part. Listen, the game is fucking trash.
Oh my god!
Every weird choice I saw, I would turn to the person next to me. Could be anyone. Say, why does the game do that? They go, it's Dark Souls 2. First boss we fought, it looked like we were on the moon. He was attacking like, it was crazy. D tier. That's D tier, 100%. Lobos was a good arguer.
Caparina, thank you for that $10. We've got your suggestion in the bucket. Anyone else you want your suggestion in the bucket? It's 10 buckaroos.
Taking the fresh one.
Bust a quick 10, get a thing in the bucket.
Okay, that's pretty good. Today we will be debating on Kingdom Hearts 2.
Ooh.
I know a couple Kingdom Hearts enjoyers here. Raise your hand if you have an opinion, a strong opinion. Either way. Hey, a bunch of people who debated already. Parky, I've seen you play Kingdom Hearts 2, so I want to see you debate.
How about?
You will go as well? We'll see what Parky says.
Oh.
She says, what letter will you be giving the game?
We've got two separate $100 donations coming in. One from IDK Austin, move DS2 to S tier now. And a second $100 donation, Emmy for CBD, now move DS2 to F.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went to S.
It spent a brief moment in
It was an
S.
S for 1
You know
second.
what? That's the duality of Dark Souls 2. You know.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great. Okay. Now, Parky, what is your opinion and your rating? Just the letter for Kingdom Hearts 2.
S.
S tier. The very exclusive tier. Does anyone here not think that? It could even be if you think it's an A. I think
I mean,
no one
it
really cares.
It could be an A as well.
No, you said S.
Okay.
You're locked in.
You're
You're locked in.
A passionate S.
But now I know you're not feeling too strong about it.
I got some.
Okay, Lobos will have an argument against. You can wait for now. Parky, the floor is yours.
Okay, so I love this is one of my favorite games of all time, and I didn't even play it as a kid, so it's not nostalgia. I play it as like a 19, 20-year-old for the first time. This game is so good. The music is like so peak. It's so perfect. Everyone you ask who has ever heard the music says it's like perfect. The other thing is Kingdom Hearts 2 is when the game starts to have a little bit of a convoluted plot, but it's still followable. It's still actually really interesting. You got some really epic villains, stuff like that. It's not crazy yet. You know, I would maybe put the later ones lower. But also, spoiler for the remake, because some people get mad when I say this, Roxas versus Sora is my favorite boss fight of all time, and that alone puts it in S. And I'm a Souls fan. That fight, I rewatched that fight on YouTube unironically, like every single day. The music is so somber, it's so sad. The fight itself is actually so hard. It's like Soul. I call this game Disney Dark Souls, honestly, because it is. The lore of it, the cutscenes before, the cutscenes after, it's so tragic, it's so sad. But the fight is so epic and so cool, while the music is like so sad. My favorite boss fight of all time, that alone should put it up there. But also the hub, Traverse Town. Well, actually, that's Dark Souls. That's Kingdom Hearts 1. Twilight Town, I think, is in Kingdom Hearts 2. Super cozy, super good vibes. And the characters are all awesome, and the lore is good, and the story is good.
Okay. Strong opinion. Very nice.
Sidra, can I interject for one moment?
You may.
D Vizzle has requested with $100 to move Sekiro to the C tier. We've also got $25 from Pie Overlord, 10 from AG Weber, 10 from Bird Rights Activist, 10 from Sekiro's Daddy, and 10 from Dr. Stampede. Thank you all. We're going to get your things in the bucket.
That's not right.
That
Who
should be
did that
Bloodborne,
one? Who put Sekiro in C?
Well, Bloodborne is
The guy I just said.
Sekiro tier now.
Alright. That is.
Yeah.
The fact that Sekiro still has its own tier.
All right. Well,
Bloodborne tier now.
Lobos, what letter are you going to give Kingdom Hearts 2?
Okay, I'm gonna give Kingdom Hearts 2 I'm gonna put it in B.
Okay, B.
This isn't, you know.
Respectable. All right, well, take it away.
Okay, so just some backstory. I had never played any Kingdom Hearts until literally in the last year. That's right. So I played Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2. I was always anti just like Disney characters in Final Fantasy setting because I don't know, cringe, I guess. But I played through it. I was only like gonna play through 1, and then I was like, you know what, we'll play 2. So I played through 2, and honestly, I had a really good time with it. I thought the music was super dope. I thought the combat, especially for the day, like I was like, wow, there's a lot of stuff you can do here. A lot of spells and just like the guarding and all the skills you get and that sort of thing. And I did it on the whatever proud mode or critical or something like that. Yeah. So it was really cool. I'm still gonna dock it probably at least 1 letter grade just because I had freaking Goofy just going boil the whole time. Donald not healing me and stuff, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. And then I always like doing like super bosses in Final Fantasy games, and I got to some of those later bosses, and I was like, oh man, I get what they want me to do, but like, ugh. So I just like I should have put in the time, but I didn't because, yeah, taking the combat to the extreme was a little much for me.
Kind of like a Dark Souls.
Kind of. Yeah.
You like Dark Souls?
I do like Dark Souls.
You do?
I do.
I didn't know anyone here
Yeah,
likes
it's
this
pretty
game.
good, I think.
All right. Thank you, Lobos. S or B? You made some good arguments. The music, from the way it's described, sounds great. Would you believe me if I told you I also haven't played this game? I think, you know, the Disney characters, it is a bit goofy. And a little Mickey, too.
Little X-Water.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say B.
Oh.
Say B. B for... Should have prepared something for this. B, yeah, B for boil. All right. Well, it's time to find the next one. Let's find out what we're arguing for next. Maybe
Just want to say thanks to everyone at home donating. We've got a lot of ones activated. $10 from RIP Paper Mario, $10 from Taka Squid, $10 from Bodega Kitty, $10 from Insanity, $10 from Jam and Jambo, and $100 from Skill Issue 9. I don't know if this quite makes sense, but they said lies of P to be judged and blanks to advocate for D tier.
All right. Well, the next thing we'll be arguing on is one of the most hotly debated FromSoft franchises.
It probably is.
I think. Armored Core.
Wait, we need the first.
Go find Oro then.
We need to get Oro.
Okay, is Oro going to give it a grade?
Yes.
As a franchise.
As a franchise?
Who, does anyone here hate Armored Core? Okay, Dom, we're going to wait for Oro, but Dom, you can start. You can start.
Okay.
Unless you want to go second. It's your choice because you're actually here.
I'll let Oro talk first.
Okay.
Assemble his arguments.
Okay.
Is-
Oh, here he is. Over here.
You're on stage, big man.
Oro, you will be arguing a rating
Nothing's even
for
happening.
the entire Armored Core series. There's 4 games, right?
6.
Did someone say something bad about fucking Armored Core?
No. You're up first.
Okay, all right.
First up, you stand right here.
Okay.
First up, what letter will you be giving Armored Core?
S, obviously.
Obviously. Okay. Well, go ahead and argue for it. Just keep in mind, I have no idea what the fuck this is. And you are partially trying to convince me, all right?
I am? Okay.
You can talk to them, but imagine me.
Okay.
And them.
And together.
Okay.
Naked.
Yeah.
Together.
Because it makes you less nervous.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. 1 minute.
All right. Armored Core is the best game of all time.
Whoa.
Best series of all time. That's it?
That's all you got?
I have to.
You got to debate.
I have to debate. Why is it? Why is it? Okay, all right. You can customize your mech. You can change the colors. You can change your emblems. As full customization, changing your legs basically changes the entire gameplay. Gosh, it has multiplayer, has PvP. With mods, I guess, has co-op. Oh man, it's the best mech game of all time. The mech designs are amazing. They're made by people who, at least in AC6, they made Gundam. AC6 gameplay is incredible. It feels really solid, really good. It's got online leaderboards. It's got matchmaking. It's got ranked modes, which is super fun. 25 seconds. Okay. It's got choices in the story. It's got branching paths. It's got an amazing storyline, amazing voice acting. Everything about it is incredible. It's a masterpiece. That's all.
Okay.
I wasn't sure what was happening, but I got it.
You did well. You did very well.
I've never debated in my life.
You did
I
very
understand
well.
now.
All you had to do is talk about why
I
you
thought
like the game.
I was gonna like argue with someone. I was ready to
No,
like,
now
go back and forth.
Domo's gonna form a rebuttal. You can go sit down.
The word to you.
Okay.
And Saija, before Domo comes in, we've got skill issue 9 with $100. You're gonna be happy about this. Sekiro needs to go back into the Sekiro tier. And thank you, Jambin Jambo and Numi, for your recommendations. They'll be thrown into the pot as well. $10 to throw any idea into the pot. They don't have to be games.
That's a bargain.
You could say Saturday.
So
That's
I need to know, is Armored Core like a Souls-like?
No, absolutely not. It's an action game.
What does that mean?
Action mech game.
You build a
Giant
mech and you
robots.
like slide around and you shoot a bunch of rockets and
That
you.
sounds pretty cool.
It's amazing.
Now, Domo, what letter will you be giving to Armored Core the series?
All right, so I know this is an argument for the whole series. However, I've only played AC6, and that's all I needed to play to know that it's not great.
It's the most recent.
It is the most recent.
And what letter will you be giving?
I'll be giving it a D.
Okay, Domo, take it away.
All right, so unless you have a PhD in robotics and you're always hopped up on Adderall, this game makes no sense. All right? It's really, really weird. The controls are kind of awkward. The camera is awkward as well. I don't know what the hell was happening story-wise, and every single time I went to a level, there were random invisible things on walls that can shoot you. There's constantly lights going off of different multi-directional attacks that you don't know where they're coming from. All you see is a red beep left, right, middle, top, I don't know. And it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. You get lost so easily. And then it's also a menu simulator where you're like, okay, I'm going to go and make my mech now. Next thing you know, 3 hours are gone. You just don't know what the fuck you're doing. You got 2 legs, 4 arms, and all of a sudden your machine's not working. It's crap. I'm sorry.
Okay. Wow. That was well put. Wow. That was very well put.
I never played, but
Domo made some good arguments. I have to say, they sounded good, and I was like thinking, Oro made good arguments too. I looked at Oro while Domo was going, he was just laughing. Like he agreed. He almost seemed like he agreed. And so yeah, for Domo, I'm going D tier. Sure. It was very well put. Very, very well put. So let's go ahead and I'll let Katie.
Hey yo!
Okay.
I intentionally went second just so I could.
Let's find our next topic. Okay. Okay. This is a really good Soulslike. This is one that I've seen. I've seen Lil Aggie play this one at least once, and it was interesting. It is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Oh! Hit me in, bro.
Okay.
I dislike this game.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
I don't care. You can go first or second. I don't care.
Aggie, your choice.
I'll go first.
Okay, Aggie's up first. He loves Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Where are you putting it?
This is an S for Sonic.
Okay, I will say when I watched you play it, I wasn't getting S vibes from your opinion.
It's it's a bit of a abstract piece of art, you know. Maybe
Let's hear
it's a
about
little
it.
bit janky, sure. Maybe it's a little bit cringy, sure. But games just don't have heart like that anymore, man. Games just simply do not have heart like they used to in Sonic Adventure 2. That game is so fun. That game is my childhood. It has probably the best video game soundtrack of all time. Okay, we did it at karaoke last night. We're gonna do it at karaoke again tonight. Surely we got to get Live and Learn in there. 2/3 of the game is good. I would say only the Tails and Eggman levels are bad. Yeah, man, because the Sonic and Shadow levels are actually genuinely really, really good. I think that's actually like the peak of the Sonic 3D franchise. And honestly, okay, the Sonic 3D franchise is better than the Sonic 2D franchise.
Well, that was.
I'm just gonna say. I'm just gonna say.
I
I'm
wanna
just
be
gonna
on
say.
his
Okay,
side.
you know what?
Talk about
You know why? Because in 3D you can see what's in front of you because the camera is
Listen, you're
facing
arguing against
that
the
way.
wrong thing now, bud. Okay.
Maybe.
What about
maybe.
Chow Garden?
Chow Garden is peak. Yeah.
All right, there we
okay.
go.
Chow Garden is fucking peak.
got us back now.
Absolutely. I was gonna get to it, but yeah, Chow Garden is maybe the best part of the game. It's so fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. You just can't hate Sonic and Shadow, man. Kiss a homie, bro.
That's fair.
Kiss a homie.
I'll kiss more homies than you ever will.
Okay.
All right. You know, I liked parts of that argument. I will say, he made a good point about you can actually see where you're running. I hate 2D Sonic because every time you try to go fast, there's just a spike waiting for you off screen. That pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah.
I have not played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, if you can believe it. So Adef, let's convince me. Why do I hate this game?
Okay. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle has only 3 redeeming qualities. 1, there are 2 good songs in the game. 2! Pumpkin Hill and Escape from the City are the only 2 good songs in the game.
Never heard a more
You
wrong
only like the
opinion in my
refrain.
life.
You only like the chorus.
No,
Sorry.
it's all
Oh,
goes
sorry. I
hard.
didn't yield my time. That's actually crazy.
songs are also good.
Another thing that is actually good in Sonic Adventure 2, my esteemed colleague mentioned it, the Chow Garden, but this is a glorified minigame, you guys. This isn't the core gameplay
Shut your
loop.
fucking mouth.
This isn't the core gameplay
Quiet in the
loop.
gallery, please.
The Chow Garden is not what you sell the game on. You try to sell the game on, the Sonic and Shadow levels where whenever somebody tells you the best part of Sonic Adventure 2, they're like, look at this gameplay, look how sick this is. You are literally holding forward and bouncing off auto-scrolled bouncers. Or you're like hitting a bunch of treadmills, you're like, I'm going so fast. And it's like, okay, make a meaningful gameplay decision. And then the second you do that, you fall off and Sonic goes, whoa! I thought Shadow was really cool when I was a kid, and then I realized he's actually cringe and lame. It has the worst fan base of any game ever. I recommend to take the rose-tinted goggles off. 2D Sonic also, honestly, dog water, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Let's wrap it up here.
Knuckles is based. Aggie thinks Rouge is hot.
Who doesn't?
Also, wait, Ada, I never. What letter?
F, easy.
Okay.
We all think the game is good because we played it when we were 7. It is bad.
Well, those were some good arguments. I liked the sound effects from Ada. That will always make my brain tickle a little bit.
I threw my shoe at my screen.
And listen, sometimes I really like when people in chat get mad. So it makes me want to go F. However, S tier, F tier, I heard good reasons. The music bangs enough. I'm willing to put it in C tier. Split the difference. Let's
Okay.
get C tier populated.
CJ, right underneath the C
Saija.
tier.
It's Saija.
Sorry, Saija, right underneath the C tier is the D tier. That's where Sekiro's got to go back with that $100 donation from Anonymous. We got another 10 from Anonymous, 10 from Captain Kinch, 10 from Jambin Jambo, 10 from Dr. Shimmy, and 10 from Keparina. 75 from Anonymous as well, who wants to hear Bushy advocate for Night Rain. If it comes up, get it. We'll make it happen.
God, this my third assistant Chris is working hard right now. There are a lot of things being added. We are not getting. I saw one that I like. I'm doing this one. I've been picking random, but this one caught my eye. This is a great game. I'm gonna read it just to make sure I didn't misread. All right, yeah, the complicated one. We are debating Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Sure.
Strong opinions. Anyone? Maybe someone who hasn't debated.
Ooh, you got to be the advocate for it.
Pooh was eating Taco Bell yesterday. All right, we'll get Pooh up here. You just tell me what letter you're giving it.
Listen, I'm not even gonna lie. I'd put Taco Bell up in Sekiro tier.
Okay. Sekiro tier. Got it. Does anyone think it's not in Sekiro tier?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's get Virtual Sweat up here.
All right.
Actually, you don't need to come up. I lied. Pooh, take the lead.
Listen, Taco Bell is delicious, and there's no denying that. We've all eaten it, and we've all enjoyed it while we did eat it. Now, what happened afterwards, that's your business, not mine, okay? Me, I've got the stomach of a champion. unlike some of you. Now, when it comes to fire sauce, they have the peak fire sauce. All their sauces are delicious, but their fire sauce is just incredible. They also give you one of the finest fast food breakfasts that you have ever had, and a lot of people are sleeping on it. Not only do they have a traditional breakfast burrito, which everyone in here loves a breakfast burrito, right? They have the sausage crunch wrap, which has a hash brown inside of it. Adds a little crunch to it. It's absolutely delicious. I had one yesterday morning. I also suggest it for you. Now, let's get into the things that are just limited time in a Taco Bell, like their nacho fries, all right? Those are just crazy. You wouldn't expect it. But then have any of you ever had their chicken tenders that come and go every once in a while? It's a life-changing experience. Weirdly, the best chicken tenders of any fast food restaurant. Listen, am I saying this is Gordon Ramsay cooking you a taco and putting it in your mouth? Absolutely not. But for $5.99, you can get all that and a motherfucking Baja Blast. I'd like to see you get that anywhere else, bitch. Taco Bell's Sekiro tier.
Wow. Passionate. In Sekiro tier.
Thank you.
Did you get either of those?
With Bloodborne and nothing else. V-Sweat, what letter are you giving to Taco Bell?
Now-
Do you have Taco Bell? Did you have it in Canada?
It is in Canada, not where I grew up. I grew up out in the sticks.
So
No,
this is a
no
more
Taco Bell.
recent
This is a more recent discovery for me in the past
Okay.
5 years. Now,
And what letter will you be giving?
I am going to be giving Taco Bell a B tier.
He's not bad.
I'm going to go for a B tier here.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, Pooh made, my opponent here, Pooh, my other debater, made a lot of great points about great stuff about Taco Bell. However, Taco Bell in the next day after it, personally for me, it's not looking good. I know you need an iron stomach for it. You know, it's a little rough, but sometimes you gotta take some L's and just enjoy your meal that day. You know, I know I do.
Say you don't like Caesar. Say you don't.
I mean, I like Caesar. I get the hottest sauce as well. I like it. However, you know, I'm from California, and well, I'm living in California, and I can't, in all good faith, say that Taco Bell is S tier when I can get really good tacos, mostly pretty much whenever I want.
Okay,
So,
go get him right now.
well,
Go get him
I'm
right
not
now,
in
buddy.
I'm not
That's what
home.
I'm saying. Go get it right now. You can't.
please,
Taco Bell's
please.
the only one you can get.
Listen,
Please.
you've had your time.
Sorry. You said anytime. You said anytime.
Anyway. Again, I think it's a great. I loved it. It's something I still, love to order every once in a while if it's late and you just don't want to leave the house. I get it. It's great. And again, I'm with my debater. The breakfast, very underrated. If you have never had Taco Bell breakfast, I highly recommend it.
Okay. Really spicy shit. The fiery Doritos Locos Taco was maybe the greatest food I'd ever eaten in my entire life.
Oh, F, yeah,
Oh no.
Oh, no.
We're in on this.
Rip no.
Or the entire
We're
town
getting
wants
F.
it an F tier. You know?
I'm looking at it.
F tier.
Oh,
I bet we're back.
We're back.
So bad.
Okay.
back is back.
The fiery Doritos Locos Taco was the greatest food I've ever eaten in my entire life, and they got rid of it. Then one day, I saw an announcement online. The fiery Doritos Locos Taco is coming back July 29th, for example. I don't know the actual date. It's in July. July 29th. I was so excited. July is 31 days, right? July 31st, 2 days later, I show up to Taco Bell, and I gladly say, can I get a Doritos Locos Taco Fiery? They say, we don't have it. I said, but they came back July 29th. They said, yeah, they came back on July 29th.
Wow.
And for that, it goes B tier.
B tier.
I like how his justification is just he wanted it.
Yes.
It's so good he wanted it.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, they're great. And the chicken nuggets are great. Then they took them away. Now they brought
took
them
him
back.
away though, right? Yeah.
Now they brought them back, but who knows when they'll be gone again.
Gone again.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Those chicken nuggets are actually the best chicken nuggets
They're
I've
so
ever
good.
eaten. Like they somehow have a way of making the best thing ever, then just being like, ha, just kidding. I'm going deep. Make sure stuff doesn't fall out. There's so many goddamn cards in here. All right, let's see what we got next. Okay. I've played this before.
Ooh.
Terraria.
Oh, yes.
I do want Chris up.
Yeah.
Chris, you can come up first.
All right.
I know Chris has opinions on this.
Oh, yeah.
Probably good ones. So if you hate the game, be ready to volunteer.
Who can hate this game?
I don't know that I've ever met anyone that dislikes this game.
Yeah, this is like
All right, Chris.
everyone.
You don't like it? Okay, Josh.
What ranking?
Josh doesn't like it.
Oh, what ranking are you giving it?
You'll change that opinion. This will be in Sekiro tier, easily. Easily.
Okay. And Josh, you don't agree.
I don't agree.
And you want to debate.
Yeah, I'll debate.
Okay, Chris, go ahead. You're up.
Well, Terraria is a game that has been around for many years, and not just because came out a long time ago. It has been very relevant for many years. A great core memory in many people's hearts across the room, except for only one person kind of disagreed here, which kind of just goes to show. There's an incredible amount of just potential in the game, similar to, other games like Minecraft, similar to Sandbox, but it also has an incredible set of bosses, very unique, all unique in their own way, very engaging gameplay. But the best part is honestly just having a good time with some friends and going through the game together. Just like AF Josh and Arlie and I will, for sure.
I've never played this game.
You guys will love it. Josh dislikes it because he was forced to play with friends who had played and kind of left him out. No, I'm going to speak for you because that's why.
You don't get to speak for you now, though.
Yeah, someone else. No. I think people who dislike the game just haven't given it the proper chance.
Okay. Well played.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Well played,
POV,
Chris.
you are Josh's mom.
Hello, Joshy.
All right, that was well put from Chris. Clearly a lot of passion on this game. One thing is that he did say playing with your friends is the best part, and like his best friend is about to say he hates the game. So we'll see. We'll see what he has to say. Josh, first off, what letter do you think Terraria belongs in?
I was gonna go lower, but I think I'm gonna put it right at C.
Okay.
I think C is where I'm putting Terraria.
Floor is yours.
And Chris, I think it's interesting that you say you play with friends, but like you haven't played with your only friends in the room. Who have you played with?
I played with you.
Is that true?
Yeah, we played.
Okay, hold on. Let me
Is that
spin.
forgettable, huh?
Yeah, it was just that forgettable. That's all it was. Yeah. CBD with the assist on that one, honestly. But let me just spin you a little yarn here. You want to play a game with your friends, right? You log in, everybody gets set up, and then you play. You play maybe like 3 or 4 hours. You have a good time, and then you log off for like, I don't know, 3 hours to go get some dinner. And then you come back, Wall of Flesh is dead, all the bosses are dead, it's hard mode, you have no gear, everything one-shots you. Like, there's nothing fun about
That's
that.
not the game's fault, that was bad friend's fault.
Well, you know what?
Wasn't that you?
No,
Oh.
not me.
Yeah, no, I played with you.
We all played together at the same time.
15 seconds, I mean, I don't have much more to say other than that. It's just a bad time. And like solo play, not a good time either. I don't want to have my friends just hold my hand through it,
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. C tier.
Josh made some good points too. I have played this game like on 2 occasions. And yeah, I didn't really do anything. My friends just kind of did everything.
Bad friends.
And I was just confused. C tier or Sekiro? Well, I'm not putting it in Sekiro. I care about Sekiro too much. I'm putting it in C tier. I'm putting it in C tier.
Well, as long as we're adjusting tiers, could you please move Armored Core to the S rank? Courtesy of $100 from Farron. And then also, I don't know, Austin has some wonderful opinions. They donated $100 and they would like to move Dark Souls 2 to the S tier.
What is happening to this tier?
Also, ACOG Muffin would like to say hi to Lobos.
For how many dollars?
Well, they
$50
just
was that worth for them?
$10.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Okay.
$1 I would have
Incredibly based donos right now.
Buzz down, Tentiana.
All right, Katie, if you make.
Yeah, just put it around me.
Oh my
Just put it
gosh,
around
are you
me.
okay?
I zone out and then I realize you're coming.
That's okay. That's okay.
And I get scared.
Let's go. Let's go with a yellow one. That's okay. Listen, when you have as many assistants as I do, you gotta let it slide. Oh my gosh. I have some strong opinions on this one.
Well, hold on.
Actually, before we start, we got $100 from Danger Finch, and we now have to move Dark Souls 2 back down to F tier. Seems like we have a little bit of a battle going on about Dark Souls 2. Listen, put your money where your opinion is. All right?
Dark Souls 2 is surprisingly controversial.
You know what? I had a feeling this is exactly what would happen with this particular
Everyone
game.
I've talked to has said it's the worst game of all time. Unless they're just grifting, it feels like.
We need to talk.
But all right, next game. Can I get the camera over here for the reveal?
Ooh.
It is. I think this game's trash. Demon Souls.
The game is.
The remake or the original?
We're looking at the original here. You can also make arguments to the remake. Oro's gonna come up. I'm guessing a good one.
Yeah. Oh, strong opinion? Oh,
Okay. Does anyone think this game's trash? V-Sweat. Okay. All right, Oro. The floor is yours, but first tell us what ranking you're gonna give it.
S tier easily.
Flying too close to the sun on that one. I don't know.
All right. Are we ready?
Go ahead. You have 1 minute.
All right. Demon Souls, not only is it the very first Souls game, but it created this incredible atmosphere game that just didn't blow people away right at first. Even Sony hated it immediately. He said this is the worst game I've ever played.
Wow.
Nowadays, he took it back, and I think you should too. Because it made a lot of money. No, it was okay, but from Demon Souls, we wouldn't have any Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3. We probably wouldn't have Armored Core 6. Sekiro, Dark Souls 2 would not have happened without Demon Souls, a stepping stone in the Souls games, and one that created this foundation for everything, all these parts of these games, like rolling and the perfect control of your character and the amazing gameplay that it started all in Demon Souls. And even though it's a little outdated, playing it's a little clunky. It's still got four directional rolling and some questionable bosses, and it was a little easy. It was the first of its kind, and it was really revolutionary. And I think you should give it another chance.
Okay. No, I was ready to brush him off. That was a beautiful argument, and you have you have tickled my interest a little bit.
Oh.
But can V-Sweat tickle me harder?
I have known to do that.
Okay.
With
Let's
the
hear what
stash.
ranking and then get your argument.
We are going to be putting Demon Souls down in the C tier. Okay. C tier. Okay. We're going to go down to the C tier. So let's get a couple things out of the way first. It's the first game. You got to respect it. It started the franchise. That's why we're all here. Without Demon Souls, where would anyone in this room maybe be? Maybe not here, that's for sure. So that's respectable, and I do respect it. However, Demon Souls is probably by far the most claustrophobic game I have ever played. Now, you guys know the old shtick. It's, if you're a true Souls player, if you just run by any enemy, you can't run by every enemy in Demon Souls. You have to take out most times every single enemy on the way to the boss. And if you die on the way to the boss, guess what? There's no running back to get your souls real quick. You got to kill every single one of those enemies. Oh, and guess what? Again, you don't have infinite heals in this game. You got to buy your heals. You got to farm your heals. And if you're new to the series, you're new to the game, you might run out of heals pretty early on and not be having the best time because you got to go through, you got to kill all those enemies, and it's just a lot of the enemies. There's a lot going on in the first early levels. At the end of the day, it's their first game, so the bosses aren't very peak. I get it. I get it. I get that it's new. It's a new game, but I can't it's just C tier. It's okay. I would never play it again. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Very well put. S tier, C tier. Those are our choices, or I do whatever I want. Now I have a lot of experience with this game. Of course, I watched it a little bit last night.
Yeah.
And it does have to be respected. It was the first of its kind. I was very impressed.
Oh no! What is this?
I was very impressed about how much has still carried over. Right, the foundation was there, the rolling, the healing, the UI was almost identical. The game's ugly as buns. When did it come out?
2009.
2009. Looks way too ugly for 2009. We're not talking about that. Yeah. And plus, from what I've heard, the remake is still just as janky. It just has a fresh coat of paint on it.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
However, yes, there is a lot of respect for it, which is why I would not put it in F tier. Right?
No,
It's ugly as buns, and that first boss, I don't understand how anyone continued playing the series after that. So we're going C tier here. I'm sorry, Oro. You made very good arguments. However, I try not to judge a game based on how good it was. I judge on how good it is. Mario 64 is not the best game of all time anymore. It was.
Well, as long as we're doing more rankings, 2.5 Raccoons donated $100, and he'd like to move Sonic to S tier, please. And then Star O Christopher, I believe his name is, would like to move Terraria to Sekiro tier. And
Using money to solve all his problems.
and not Banjo, donated $50 and said they'd like to hear Banjo's thoughts on Dark Souls 3. Which I'm sure that Banjo did not. He didn't donate that himself. That's not Banjo. Her name was not Banjo.
No, it's more likely going to stay stagnant.
Oh, that's okay. Hold on, a minute.
A minute. Actually, no, you have 40 seconds.
Dark Souls 3 is maybe one of the worst games of all time. Dark Souls 3 has a lot of problems in general. Linearity is a huge step down for the series when compared to things like Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 2, and especially in comparison to Demon Souls, which we just talked about as more of a lower tier game in general. Overall, when we look at Dark Souls 3, I want to puke because typically its art design and coloration is very muted and very pale and ugly to look at in general. The bosses, while people try to hype them up, it's actually very, very uninteresting across the board when it comes to things like Wolnir and Abyss Watchers, Deacons. It's all just about like fighting a bunch of bosses all the time, or like enemies in general. Like it's not 5 seconds. In general,
You know how I know that
I'd
was
say
wrong?
Dark Souls 3
I know
is
who
the
Abyss
worst
Watchers
of the
is.
trilogy, and
Like if I remember their name, I know
Thank
it
you
better.
very much.
All right, well, we got $100 from Skill Issue 9, and they would like to move Sekiro back to the Sekiro tier.
Oh, okay. That is where it belongs. And I did say that if Banjo was convincing enough, I would move Dark Souls 3.
Ooh.
And I'm going to move it one spot to the right. All right, now for our next topic.
That's fair.
I'm going to grab one randomly and try not to spill everything in the meantime. There are way too many. Thank you for donating. This game is awesome. I love this game. This game is Kissing the Homies.
Yeah! No, I want to debate it. I want to debate it. No! Damn it.
All right, X-Water, what tier are you putting Kissing the Homies in?
A tier.
A tier, that's pretty solid. You're very passionate for not S or Sekiro.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
I got a minute?
Sorry, yeah, you got a minute.
A lot of the times you put something in a tier under S and people think that means you don't love it. Nobody respects and enjoys Kissing the Homies quite as much as I do. Who knows? CJ
It's
knows.
true.
We're sharing a room here.
It's true.
Kissing the Homies is maybe the most effective way to show your boys, your girls, your people that you love them, that you care about them. And what better way to do that than by just a little one of those? Now, why is it not an S tier as a way to express love and affection to those that you care about the most? Because it does get better. You can kiss your boo. Kissing your boo is S tier. Kissing your homies is A tier.
Wow. With a tagline at the end, too. Now, I'm a known homie kisser.
I think CJ's kissed me 3 times today already.
No, I've been touching you in other places. So it's gonna take a lot to convince me. Who here thinks they have the power?
Can we just put it,
Yeah, put it in here.
We're all in agreement that Kissing the Homies is awesome.
Yeah, it is. Listen, man, it's just wrong to think any other way. That was just a base take. A tier's right.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Good reason for non-S. Good reason for non-S.
We have time.
I would have just said Sekiro
for
too.
one more.
Oh, hold on. We got an anonymous donation, $100. Let's go ahead and move Sekiro back down to F tier. Now that's an opinion I agree with. Ting, 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 ting.
We cannot let
ting,
the show end
ting,
with this chat.
ting.
Please, someone move it back. All right. We have one final debate for some master debaters to really dig their teeth into. Master debaters. I'm gonna.
That's when you're really good at fishing.
Let's see. That blue one looks nice. All right. I like this one. Hold on, what is that?
Go ahead and move Bloodborne to B tier. That's it. You know, these are anonymous people donating these. Stand on business, people. All right. 10 toes down. Put your name next to your opinion.
All right. Next up, we have Pokemon Gen 5. First, I want to know any haters.
Is that black and white? Oh, black and white's goated.
Any haters?
Is that black and white?
Black and white's goated.
We're tossing this one, but if I put it somewhere, it's an S.
It's goated.
Everyone likes it, so we can't do it. We need one.
Black and white's the only Pokemon game that asks, should we be fighting these Pokemon? And it answers it with a resounding, we should.
It answers it with a dope Nintendo DS era cutscene where a building comes out of the ground, bro.
All right. Yeah, it's amazing. It's the best gen. But is it as good as QWOP? I have a feeling we do not have strong opinions on this game.
I don't have any opinions. I don't know if that's a final strong opinion, but QWOP's pretty goated, dude.
All right.
It put Benefati on
Oh,
the
I'm gonna rapid fire.
Without QWOP, there'd be no curiosity.
QWOP is gonna be
True.
That's true. No, QWOP has a direct line.
Co-op, there's no getting over it. Without getting over it, there's no only up, and without only up, there's no curiosity.
Yep.
Wow. Pipeline.
Yeah.
Okay. He's digging through. He's finding the best of the best. That's what he does. Because he is the best of the best.
I'll think about it.
Oh yeah, what was it? Make blanks
Make
argue
blanks
D
argue
tier.
D tier
For
for
YCP.
Oh, he is here.
I think this is a good one. I think this one, it had a donation for it. Where's my fucking mic? This had a donation for it, and I think it's pretty controversial. We have Elden Ring Night Rain. Recent release.
Well, it's funny you said that because we got $75 for Bushy to argue that it is a high tier game.
We're gonna say S. We're gonna say
A minus.
And
A
there
minus
was another
specifically.
one for Night Rain, wasn't there?
I don't remember that one.
It was also Bushy. Okay, Bushy. You're gonna be putting Night Rain in S tier. And then after your argument, we'll pick who goes. We're gonna change it up.
All right.
You have to be very serious about this.
I'm very serious about Night Rain too. Huge about Night Rain. Now listen, we all know relics, kind of dog shit. You know, we all get it. We all understand it. It's no fun. Why possibly do we want to be having all of these relics that we can't roll for and get the builds that we actually want to do? I'm ignoring that. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm entirely ignoring that. Because if this game has so much dog shit within it, and yet somehow it still has so many players every day, FromSoft isn't out here telling us like, oh, hey, we're going to help support this game, and we're going to be giving more stuff to it constantly, and yet even still, there's so many people that love this game and play this game every day, it's got to be S tier. It's kind of like... Have you guys ever been to very shitty Mexican food places?
Yeah.
Like Taco Bell?
No, not Taco Bell. I'm talking Authentico shitty Mexican food places.
Mm.
The kind of place where you know, like, okay, I'm probably going to get food poisoning from this. Those kind of places. You walk into here and you know...
It's packed.
It's packed, exactly. Adef knows. He's cultured. He knows. You go into these places and if everything is so god-awful dog shit and still... the food is that good, it carries it. It means something has to be getting done right, and that's the exact case with Night Rain.
A strong argument from Bushy.
Good backhanded compliments.
Strong argument from Bushy. I see a hand waving frantically back here.
Twitter guy.
Well, while you're picking someone, go ahead and swap Bloodborne and Terraria.
Bub, your days are fucking numbered, buddy.
Thanks, Bub, for $100.
We gotta get Sekiro back.
Don't get canceled again.
All right, let's bring up Mr. Twitterman then. There we go.
Let's go. Give me the
First
fuck
off, Dom, I want to hear your rank.
All right.
Well, I have another question after.
Okay. So rank first. I'm gonna put it in D tier.
Wow. And then I want to know what happened on Twitter. This doesn't count for your debating time.
All right, so what happened on Twitter is that the DLC trailer came out, and I was so disappointed that I tweeted out that no one cares and to fix the damn game. And Twitter exploded, saying a lot of people were like very unhappy with my take, including some public figures that then just degraded me instead of arguing with me.
Waiting for his chance to debate.
Yeah, and so I feel like a lot of people that actually share my opinion there's a lot more people out there that actually think the way I think than Twitter made it seem. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, let's hear your reasonings. Go ahead.
All right. So as you guys heard, Bushy started with a negative take on Night Rain. And so that already tells you all you need to know about Night Rain. That even if someone loves Night Rain, they first talk about the bad stuff. Because there is a lot of bad stuff about Night Rain. First off, if you even play casually with your friends, you will realize that a lot of the things are the same. Things do not change. It is not a roguelike. It is bait. That is a huge disappointment. On top of that, here's the other thing, is that when you are using any assets from your previous games, you have a whole franchise to pull from. And you pull Duke's Dear Freya as an option. You know that's dog shit. You have so many other amazing bosses, and we had to wait a year and a half for Artorias. That is absolutely incredibly stupid. How about you program a game towards your fans and know what they want? Just have like a poll. Have people put in something that they would like to have. On top of that, the roguelike system is dog shit. It is absolutely horrendous. It doesn't feel like it really makes that much of a difference to your gameplay. Deep of Night is a joke. You made me pay extra money for Deep of Night just for it to be a no-hit run on Deep of Night 4 and 5, and there's no reward. There's no extra skins for doing any of these difficult things. There's nothing. It's not worth your time unless you have friends that are bored. And just because it is people playing in this player base doesn't mean it is good. People just are not waking up. Wake up, guys! Stop being sheep! Stop giving them your attention! All right? I am here. The light is on this side. Come to me.
Get down, Mr. President!
Come to me. I love you. Take care of yourself.
Okay, that was beautiful. Wow, very passionate.
Amen.
He made some great points.
As long as we're doing this, let's go ahead and swap Terraria. Oh wait, let's go ahead and swap Terraria and Bloodborne again. This is from Staro Krisuya. Friendship wins.
But hell yeah! Woo!
All right. Well, I liked a lot of these arguments. It is true that if something is popular enough, it can't be just the worst thing ever, right? Things can be.
People like the Avengers still.
Things can be overrated, but you know, if it appeals to enough people, there must be something there, which is why it's not F tier, according to Damo.
We're putting this on F tier.
No, it's not F tier.
What is it?
But I agree. I love roguelikes, and Elden Ring roguelike sounded dope. That shit is not a roguelike. There's not enough variety. And I don't know who these Dukes guys are, but it sounds kind of annoying.
CJ, it's from Dark Souls 2, your favorite game.
D tier. D tier. We're going D tier, and that is it. Unless we get a last-second $100 donation to put Sekiro back in the Sekiro
we did get
tier.
a last-second $100 donation.
Please.
It's flagged, but I'm just gonna read it without pre-reading it anyway. Sure. Kingdom Hearts 2 I think it's Kingdom Hearts 2 gets flagged for some reason. Kingdom Hearts 2 to Sekiro tier.
Yeah, base.
If you disagree, you lack whimsy. See how that last sentence rhymed? It's because I'm whimsical.
Who's that from?
Franny.
Based Franny.
Thank you.
Well, then that is going to do it for us here. Thank you, guys. That was a lot of fun. This is a definitive tier list.
Oh my god.
You cannot argue with this. Kissing the Homies is as good as Dark Souls 3. And Taco Bell is better than Bloodborne.
Okay.
Oh, and Sekiro is F tier.
That's kind of F for fun.
Well, I can't argue with it. I can't change the rules just because it doesn't appeal to me. I've been Saija. Thank you to my 7 assistants. And thank you to all these master debaters. You did a great job. Next up.
I think we are skipping.
Next up is 20 buttons.
Probably a good bumper is next up.
20 buttons. Next up is 20 buttons, one controller. Every input is assigned to a different button to a different person. Donations will make them rotate. This is going to be insane. Do not miss it. We have a crazy bumper coming right after this, and I bet someone gets naked in it. Roll it! Tito!
Well.